Can I ask you what Dwayne does to warm Dwayne?
Baby.
Yeah, no, to warm up his voice before he goes to air.
Paul, pleasure.
Okay.
I know. Let me just explain this. So
give the background.
I love
to
working
it.
with Dwayne. So you got to do your an hour before you go on air. You do your headset check,
right?
You know? And they go, can you give us a broadcast level? And I go, yeah, no worries. Here we are at Optus Stadium, and it's Elliot Yo taking on Clayton Oliver. Oh, thanks, right. I check your sneaky button, which is the talk back to your producer. Right, good. And then they go to Dwayne, and Dwayne gives his full calling voice, which is, I think, magnificent. And he goes, Paul, pleasure, pleasure. I think it's the P, the pop, you know. Because I think
that's right. Yeah, but he wants to get his voice ready.
No,
yes?
I think it's he's as professional as anyone I've ever met.
Because I was telling Mitch about this yesterday, right? Mm. And he reminded me of Sandy Roberts before Sandy would go to air every night, and he and Mitch would sit alongside each other at the news desk. Obviously, about 3 seconds to go, the floor manager would say, 3, 2, 1, and Sandy would go, hit. Right, but that was to get his voice ready to go. But it would also put like a smile on his face to relax his face before he came back on air, right? So we were talking about this, and Mitch said, well, he came unstuck over in China because they weren't on, apparently because of the delay situation or non-delay situation between the satellite between China and Australia. Mm-hmm. Rather than that being in the 3 seconds before he went to air.
Well, it's the start of every broadcast, bulletin.
That was the start of every throw too, right? So while we're talking about this, I've also got another producer in my ear. This is during the time the story's going to air. And he says, what about Das? And I said, Luke Darcy. He said, yes. He said he does the Ron Burgundy. And I said, I'm not familiar with the Ron Burgundy.
Das?
He said he does red leather, yellow leather.
What?
Red leather. Yellow leather.
What's that mean?
Well, Ron Burgundy, and the
you reckon Das is basing his warm-ups on a make-believe show?
Well, it worked for Ron, and Das has clearly thought, okay, well, if it works for him, it's going
to
work for me.
What do you mean it worked for Ron? He's a make-believe character. He can mark it up 50 times and they just say start again. It's not unusual.
It's an exercise. You do it.
Red leather, yellow leather.
That's right. You have to really concentrate.
Red leather, yellow leather.
On announcing.
So you're telling me the great Das, who did a magnificent job in the Olympics, is basing his warm-ups on Ron Burgundy. Oh, boy. That'll get back to him,
I hope that's right. I hope Mel was telling me the truth. Do you think that all the photos that you've ever had taken across the years at Channel 9 and Fox, do you think they are just then reproduced as they were?
I'll guarantee you that.
No, they're not.
I will guarantee
you. Without going into an argument here and having to apologise and call you a dickhead, you call me a dickhead and we move on. I'm just saying to you,
what do you mean?
Every Channel 9 publicity photo that ever got put out there of you was photoshopped in some way. I'm telling you that.
Didn't do a good job. Did a pretty poor job.
I'm sorry to break that news to you.
Well, it doesn't look like it to me when I look at that.
Of course it does.
I could knock 10 kilos off myself and look much better.
I was on a billboard once. I drove past it.
Go.
No, I was on a billboard. I was on a billboard once. I drove past it. I thought I'd been replaced. Because I thought that's not me. I don't look like that.
I think you're talking for 7. I don't think 9 do.
Everyone does. Gary, everyone does. In fact, I can even go further than this. I can just go further than this, right? The cameras that they use, particularly those ones at Channel 9, have got this special film on them too that make you look better.
Not on the footy show. They
did. And they used them on the footy show too.
I will promise you they didn't have it on the footy show. They may have it on news, but not the footy show.
And they've used them on the footy show.
Someone at Fox, Steph at Fox, needs to tell me. I don't think we can afford to have those at Fox.
Everybody does.
We're bare bones at Fox.
Everybody. You don't look that good. Everybody does.
I don't look that good.
No, none of us do.
Gary is a graphic designer, used to work in sport. Trust me, every photo of you that's gone out for Fox and Channel 9 has been retouched.
Thank you.
Well, you haven't done all I say to that is you haven't done a very good job, if that's the case.
And I think there's also stories of some people out there that haven't been particularly happy with the way that their photos have been retouched, and they've said, can you retouch the retouch?
You seem to know this. You seem to have more information. You reckon someone has had their hair retouched in a photo?
Yes.
Who was that?
I'm not going to name names.
Give me the...
No, that would be unkind of me.
Don't name the name. Just give me the area. Like sport, news.
On top of their head.
on top of their head in sport or news or weather?
All of the above.
Which one?
All of them. All of them.
What? And you're saying that the photo came out and they said, listen, put more hair on my head. Is that what you're saying?
I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that because
you sort of are.
No, what I'm saying is
talking about anyone.
I'm not saying that anybody actually said to anybody to put more hair on my head, but whoever touched it up decided that maybe it would be a better look for that person if they did have more hair on their head.
Right. It's interesting.
I saw that last night for the first time. That was good. That was exactly the way to handle that. Exactly the right way to handle that. For those that didn't see it, Garry was unsure about what he was doing.
Extraordinary process going on. I'll tell you.
I can't.
I'm going to let you into a secret. We've got no.
I was trying to just keep moving without doing this.
Because someone spilled coffee. Normally, if you need to have a little clear your throat, there's a button you can push, right?
And you haven't got a cough button.
No. So I said to Coxie, listen.
The last thing you said before you came on air this morning.
I'm going to put my hand up, Coxie, when I'm going to have to cough or clear my throat. Can you just kill my microphone? He goes, yeah, give me a minute. I said, a minute? I'll choke. So I put my hand up. He dropped 3 things, just fiddling with his button out there, and I still haven't been able to cough. Don't worry about it, Coxie. We'll wait till the 7 o'clock news. I'll cough then.